There was a massive debate yesterday between Nigel Farage and the former Speaker of the House of Commons and Chief Remoaner, John Bercow. And guess what happened? Well, the simple answer is that Nigel Farage completely destroyed John Bercow. Now, so I don't understand why even the Bercow had the bravery to even go on GB News to talk to Nigel Farage about how Brexit Britain is going, considering that it will be an open goal for anybody debating with Bercow, because all we have to do is just remind him how he was a massive obstacle when it came to the will of the people and British democracy. But clearly this man is shameless. Anyway, he brought up the classic arguments of all the Remoaners and Rejoiners, saying, well, are you happy with your Brexit? Brexit is not going well. All the nonsense, as if Brexit is some sort of Puritan one package. And Nigel Farage told him and taught him how life and reality works. First, let's go to John Bercow.
But Brexit is to blame someone else. So it's mysterious forces. It's, if you like, a fifth or sixth estate. It's those Machiavellian types working night and day to frustrate the will of the British people or the designs of Farage. I mean, really, it is nonsense on stilts, Nigel. And to be honest, I say to you in all politeness and candour, you can do a bit better than that. Why not start by admitting, first, that people are poorer, wages are down. Foreign direct investment has slumped. Sterling has taken a permanent 10% hit. The economy has been hit to the tune of about 100 billion.
Okay, well, let's bring Nigel in.
Okay, let's bring Nigel in, because I love how he said, yeah, people are blaming others, Remoaners, for trying to stop Brexit. Yeah, you literally did that, John. Secondly, as I said, he brought up that, well, look at the economy, inflation, GDP. Yeah, have you not seen all the other countries? This is a global problem and not really a domestic problem. But Nigel Farage had this response I'm going to show you now. And just when you watch it, just try to notice and look at John Bercow's face, because you can see in his face, it was the moment when he knew that he messed up. And even he started to nod, because Nigel was being reasonable.
Remember what Brexit's about. Remember, the big point of Brexit is to be a self-governing democratic nation. And that means you can get things right and you can get things wrong. All right? Very simple, as opposed to the vast majority of our law, and certainly in commercial law, 80% of it being made somewhere else over which we have little say. So we're in charge. We can't blame Brussels anymore. But the point is, it's never a mistake for a country to be independent, sovereign and free. That is never, ever a mistake. My complaint is that the party that was given the job of carrying it out didn't actually believe in it. We started off with a negotiation that was always going to give us a rubbish deal. And there's so much more we can do. And you know, John, until last year, we were actually the fastest growing economy in the G7. Wages in the first 3 or 4 years after Brexit did go up quite appreciably. Now, you know, on economics, we can argue till the cows come home about whether it's hurt us, whether it's benefited us. My argument is this, that Brexit needed supply-side reform to maximise the potential benefits. That's about us becoming more competitive than our European neighbours, and we haven't done it.
I'm going to do an impression of John Bercow during that interview. So yeah, it was basic common sense what Nigel said. It's not really rocket science. I've already mentioned it on the channel so many times that Brexit, by definition, it simply just means leaving the European Union. That's all it is. It's not some sort of abstract concept. The rest of it, what Remoaners talk about, oh, Brexit is going well or not, that's called Britain, independent Britain, or Brexit Britain. And we've already talked about how we're not even fully independent when we have still thousands of EU laws, and Northern Ireland is still part of the customs union and single market. But even hypothetically, let's say we are now completely independent, you have to, if things go wrong, you need to criticize Britain, so the British government and the state. That's just common sense. As Nigel said, the whole point of Brexit wasn't some sort of utopia. It was simply to take back control, which means that going forward, independent Britain, we could make the right decisions or the wrong decisions as people and as governments. That's it. So literally, that means that Brexit Britain or independent Britain in the future could become either the worst country in the world, or it could become the best country, or it could just be a country. It could be, it is our destiny. It is now in our hands when we actually get it, by the way. But that's just, we have to keep repeating this to all these idiots. But we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back in half an hour. We're going to tell you about how Jacob Rees-Mogg is now joining an anti-globalist campaign against Rishi Sunak's globalism. Make sure to watch that. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.